Hi there, it's me, it's Mike, and what I have for you today is
Transformers.
this is the Yolopark Optimus Prime AMK Pro Series 20CM model kit. I don't want to get too into it, but if you want to see the box, this is the box. There's a lot of stuff here, but it also just comes right off and you get this beautiful under box. It's very shiny. It's very holographic. I like this a lot, but you know, it doesn't really say much. It does say diecast, which is nice. But let's go ahead and get everything out. Now, when they say model kit, they use that term loosely. When I heard that, I was expecting, you know, like a Gundam, which I've done. I've done Gundams, but this is not that. There, he's done. What do you think? So we have pieces here. We've got legs. I'm guessing left and right leg. There is an instruction manual in case you need help with this, but honestly, I just can't see this being that hard to do. Megatron was pretty easy. Let's see if I can do it, huh? Don't think the feet have a left and right situation. I think they're just feet. They seem to move universally, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, it might be different. Look at that. I mean, it's not labeled. Yeah, that fits on better. I should have looked this up. And there we go. We have a completed pair of Optipants. Gosh, I'm stupid. Why didn't anyone tell me I had the waist wrong this whole time? So embarrassing. You guys just let me make that mistake without anyone commenting in the comments? There we go. That's one arm. There we go. That's two arm. All right, and we put arm on. Oh no, it doesn't work. I was gonna make the joke, but it's not the same pinhole side. My plans are ruined. All right, fine. We'll put that arm in there. Of course, the matrix chamber opens up. What Optimus would be complete without the matrix inside? So what's interesting about this is considered a model kit. You see, I did have to put it together a little bit, but definitely not to the same extent that like a Gundam model kit would be. The painting and weathering on this is phenomenal. It's even die-cast. Like the feet here are die-cast, the chest is die-cast. He's got a lot of really great weight to him. So of course, we have to take a look at what he comes with. He comes with his standard ion blaster, because what Optimus would be complete without one? I believe it just sticks in his hand the same way that practically every Masterpiece Optimus blaster sticks in any Optimus Prime's hand. It is very secure, which is nice. You can see that. He comes with a Megatron. So if you wanted to mess around with a Megatron, you can. All of this stuff does come off kind of like the original. So you can put it in his hands. He has, of course, his little battle axe. And if you want to pop it in, you just take his hand out, pop the battle axe in. I have never been a fan of his battle axe. He used it one time. He used it once. And people are just like, Optimus Prime needs a battle axe because of the one time he used it. He's known for it. Where's his lightsaber? He got into a full-on lightsaber battle with Megatron in the animated movie. Like, where's that? Why did we get this crappy axe and not a full-on lightsaber? And then the last thing he comes with is a stand. There is also a nice little Autobot insignia. His head comes off. We pop a little battery in there. Pop his head back on. In theory, Okay, so just for future reference, the minus part goes for you. Don't put it in backwards because it's really hard to get back out. But when you want to, you can turn his... Oh, it's just so dark. It's hard to see, but it's on. It's on. And now it's flashing. There you go. Now you can kind of see it. It's there. It's just really hard to photograph, but it makes his eyes look not dead when you've got it. And the magnet is back here on the end of his gun, and just kind of putting it towards the top of his head will turn it on and off. So here's the thing about this Optimus. Obviously, it's not a transforming Optimus Prime. I know they say model kit, but it's a non-transforming action figure. And the thing is, I've wanted a really good action figure of Optimus Prime for a while. And it's been a long time coming. Hasbro's tried it with their red Optimus Prime, and for $20, it wasn't awful, but it's not what I wanted. It's a little too cartoony for me. Like, I don't like the grays down here. I prefer more of the silvers and whatnot. It's also just really, really small. And within the line itself, there wasn't a good scale. This is the Super 7 Optimus Prime, and he's about the same height. I really don't like this Optimus Prime. This feels like a bath toy. This feels like a little kid's toy. I don't know, the aesthetic they went for, the plastic they used, the colors they used. It's not a good action figure. It's barely a good likeness. And then there's 3-0. 3-0 does theirs. These are the smaller, the MDX or whatever line. They've got, you know, highly stylized looks, which is neat, but sometimes you just want something that's a little bit more cartoon accurate, you know? And that's what I love about this Yolopark is it's everything I want. It's got the cartoon accuracy, but it's got the detailing. So it's got the detailing from this and the cartoon accuracy from this that I just love. And by far, it has the best articulation of all of them, but it's also, I think, the best price. I got this for $50 after shipping from Yolopark, which comes from China. It was like $60. This was $55, although I got it for free from a subscriber viewer. Thanks, Murray. I got this from Papa Gore, but these were 20 bucks, but I would gladly pay another $30 to get something that looked like this instead of something that looks like this. And then this was $80. So this is actually more expensive. It's smaller. The articulation isn't quite as good, and it has an opening chest matrix, but it's magneted on, which means that like you can't just have him hanging out with his chest open if you want to. Like it's either on or off. It's one solid piece. I mean, this is neat. I like this. This is cool. I'm glad I have it. But the stylization isn't something that I super love. Whereas this Optimus Prime is exactly what I'm looking for in a toy. It's exactly what I wanted. And the price is fantastic. This is not sponsored. This is just something I bought. Taking a quick look at his articulation, he has a ball joint up at the head and it moves all the way around however you want to do it. He also has an extra rocker at the neck. On Megatron's, his can actually come up, whereas his doesn't move. So that's one way in which Megatron's is better. On his arms, he does have a butterfly joint at the shoulder. It moves up this far, all the way around, of course. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. This opens up. I don't know if there's supposed to be anything there or not. Swivel at the wrist, as well as posable fingers. Now, the thumb poses, which Megatron's does not move, so this is better than that, but sometimes this can pull back and make it look like the thumb's broken because it's very loose, so you have to worry about making sure it's in the right spot or else it looks weird. He also has a hinge joint at each knuckle and each finger joint, and the forefinger is independent so you can point. His chest, of course, opens up, It's a little tough to get open and closed because of the tabs, but it works pretty well. He has an upper torso joint that has a pretty wide range of motion, forward and backwards and side to side. He also has a waist swivel. Of course, his skirts can move independently so they don't get in the way. The back one is joined, which is kind of a bummer, but it's fine. He has a drop down hip so you can get some pretty deep bends. He has an upper thigh swivel. He has a deep double jointed bend at the knee. And then he has an ankle swivel and rocker. Now, my one real complaint with this is that the rocker just isn't quite as deep as I would like it, making some wider stands really hard to get with his feet flat on the ground, making them look natural. I do wish that it were a little wider, and it's mostly these spots right here that get in the way. It would have been cooler if these kind of opened up to allow it. If you still want to see, some size comparisons, because I know a lot of people, like, can I use this in my display for Masterpiece? I would say no. This is MP10 here, and you can see he is a lot shorter than there. And then, well, this is my KO of MP44 because I'm not dropping $500 on MP44. There's definitely a pretty big size difference there. And then he also doesn't really fit in with like the chug scale. This is Earthrise Optimus Prime, and it's just, it's not quite there. So he doesn't really fit in with your pre-existing Transformers unless you just don't care about scale. But he's either too big for your regular Transformers or too small for your Masterpiece Transformers. But for being his own thing, he looks great. For the price, for what it comes with, for the build quality, for the feel, I want to give it like a 4.75 out of 5. But he's so good. And I just got him, so that score might change. You watched me open him up. But so far, so good. I love it. So I'm actually recording this a couple days after I recorded my initial review of him. This is sort of a little mini update of sorts, just to get some updated thoughts. I still really, really like this guy. He poses like a dream. He feels really good in the hand still. I love his paint. I've got a couple of issues that do kind of bug me a little bit, especially in terms of the articulation. As you can see, his feet here, they just don't rock as far as I want them to. This has a tendency to fall out. It's metal and it doesn't fit in the slot, so I'm gonna have to glue it. But other than that, he stays together super duper well. The eyes I wish were a little brighter. I also wish that either his gun had a light up feature like Megatron's does, or his chest. I feel like the chest would be my preference. Even though he doesn't match Megatron, it's weird. Let me bring this out here. It's weird that, these are the same series, and there's a lot of similarities to them, but there are so many differences in the way that they went around creating these two figures that I just wish that there was a little bit more commonality, symmetry, maybe consistency. I do wish that he came with a couple more accessories. Megatron's got an alternate chest piece, the lightsaber. He's got more light up features with both the head and the gun. He has that blaster that he used. He's got the key to Vector Sigma, whereas Optimus Prime has his blaster and a Megatron gun for some reason, and his hand axe. And that's it. So he really is light on accessories for two figures that are the same price. I feel like Optimus has a little bit better articulation, except for when it comes to the feet. The feet are better on Megatron, but I prefer the aesthetics that they nailed on Optimus over Megatron, weirdly enough. But like I said, there are a couple things, like Megatron's head has some extra joints that I wish Optimus's head had. I also feel like Optimus's head might be a little bit too small, or Megatron's is a little bit too big. Somewhere the proportions are off, and it's hard to tell what's what. I think Megatron's head might be a little bit too big now that I'm kind of looking at him. But either way, these are small nitpicks to some fantastic figures that I highly recommend buying if you're interested in these at all. And that's it. That's my unboxing and out of, offhand review, just the first initial reaction. Been waiting for this for so long. I ordered it off Yolopark.com and it came to me. It was stuck in customs for like 5 days, and then it went from stuck in customs to at my house with no steps in between. So that was interesting. Not complaining. I have it, and it's everything I want it to be. Thanks for watching. I'd like to thank these people here for supporting me on Patreon. Are you getting any of these? Do you have the Megatron? Are you going to get the Optimus Prime? Are you looking to get the Optimus Prime and now you kind of want the Megatron? I honestly think it's worth it, and I can't wait to see who comes next. I think I've heard Starscream. Honestly, I might be in on this whole wave. I don't know yet. It really depends on what they look like and what they do. I'm definitely going to get some of the big ones like Soundwave and stuff, but again, it really depends on what they do. But if it's just these two, perfect. The line could stop right now, and it could go down in history as two of the greatest depictions of Optimus Prime and Megatron that you could have. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far, and I will talk to you later. Bye.